I just love to see bad people getting exposed for stupid things. So this is a topic that's been going super duper viral on the internet. Like this hasn't been like the other topics I really talk about where it's been, micro scale or very niche or things of that nature. No, this one's a very, very big one. And I'm glad it's a very, very big one because this person needs to be held accountable and punished for everything that they have done. So recently we have this CEO of a company, and basically, long story short, this CEO had an affair with this HR woman, head of HR. And they've been having their own little fling and things of that nature. And one day they decided to go to a Coldplay concert, to have a little romantic affair, those slimy little scandalous bastards. And what ended up happening is that their affair got exposed all over TV, national, everywhere. Like this was a big deal. Like,
yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
And what ended up happening when he got exposed? Well, he tried to duck and hide because, well, he got exposed for cheating on his wife. How funny is that? Now, the reason why social media is having such a field day with this situation is because this isn't a situation that's a small scale at all. Like, it's big for the simple reason that this man has 2 sons and a wife. Additionally to that as well, this head of HR woman has a husband at home. I don't know if she has kids, but the point is these two both have families. And what they've decided to do is go behind and betray their partners with their affair. Now, the thing is with this situation, that people seem to talk about is that, oh, what's the big deal and things of that nature, that they're just having an affair. Well, number one, it's a affair. I don't know why people are moving dense about the situation. But number two, it's always conflict of interest in business when a CEO is dealing with any subordinate people in his own company. And we see this being the consequence of his actions and being considered to the consequence of his actions because now this individual is being put under review for displaying this conflict of interest, and it being exposed all over the internet. It's now become a very public case. This isn't a silent affair that they can just deal with. No, the brand's reputation is now at stake, and now the CEO is under review, and I don't know if the HR lady is under review, but yeah, these two are both in big trouble. Mainly the CEO though, because he is destroyed or is damaging the reputation of the business. Now, for those of you who don't know what HR in business terms is, being under review for things like this means you're about to lose your job. Yeah, most definitely. I'll be surprised if he doesn't lose his job, but even if he stays in the company, his name is tainted and he'll probably have to exit by himself anyways. And even if, say, he leaves the job and everything like that, it's going to be hard for him to go into another business because, well, his whole brand is tainted and nobody wants that kind of damage on their brand. And I think this is well deserved. I think that the society of nowadays doesn't seem to understand how serious marriage is. And it breaks my heart because marriage is a very sacred, beautiful thing that God has created. And it's not just two people deciding to have a nice day with flowers or anything like that. No, you are making a promise, an oath to God that you are going to be loyal to this person through thick or thin. Hence why we have all those things that we have to read at the altar. So to see two individuals with such bad spirits get what they deserve for what they've done, I'm very happy that's the case. 100%. I mean, imagine how his wife feels. Imagine how that woman's husband feels. And most importantly, imagine how the 2 sons feel. Everything that they thought was the case is a lie. Every stable family that they thought was the case is a lie. What actually is happening is that their father and this man's wife are outside living a double life. And how could you ever be in a situation where you love that kind of person or can even progress with that type of person? It never ends well. And that's the thing I want you guys to understand about this situation. This situation, we see it on a wide scale, funny thing and things of that nature. And I think a lot of things that are stopping people from going into marriage or having stable relationships is because they feel that their partner is going to cheat on them. We have this weird generation where it's like, there's this kind of trust issue thing where it's like, oh, I want to be in a relationship or I want to be fully in love and I want to be fully committed, but I'm scared of being cheated on. And whilst cheating is a common thing, not as common as staying loyal, but it is a common thing in society. It's being talked about like it's just a normal thing. We have to remember, no cheater leaves without any consequences. I mean, a lot of people will say like they're still living their life, the cheater's still out here doing their thing, but every cheater gets exposed. I don't know really any situation where a cheater hasn't been exposed. Can you name me a situation where a cheater hasn't been exposed? Even if they found out much later, the cheater always gets exposed. And coincidentally, more 9 times out of 10, it's always at the right time. And that's why I don't understand the whole fear, you know? I mean, yeah, some people out there do get cheated on. I've never been cheated on, but I do know a lot of people who've been cheated on. And it's like the best thing that could happen to you because it's God revealing to you that you shouldn't deal with that person ever again. I think more people are focused on the fact that they don't want to get cheated on rather than praying that they find out if their partner is a cheater before anything significant like moving into a house or getting married or, God forbid, having children. Imagine having all of that with someone that you find out is a cheater. It'll be much harder for you to escape and it'll be a much more gut-wrenching process. I think a lot more people should pray that they get cheated on because it's the best thing that could happen to you. Imagine you about to do something serious and God says, nope, this person is cheating on you. A lot of you sit there and be like, oh, it's emotionally damaging and things of that nature. And whilst that may be true for the moment, for the long run, you're clear. You know never to deal with that person again. A lot of people see situations like this with the CEO or like other celebrities and other people online that, you know, affairs being exposed and this person caught cheating and X, Y, and Z, which taints the reputation of love into turning it to from being something that's so pure and genuine to, oh, it's dangerous and emotionally, you know, damaging to you as a person. I saw a few women reposting this situation saying that nothing's ever good enough for a man and ladies, you should be careful. I saw a few men commenting on the fact that, oh, your woman's always going to leave you for someone who's a lot more rich and more successful than you. So you got to keep your head up. And it's like, guys, relax. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. Like, come on. These individuals that you see in these scandalous relationships are not a representation of the majority case. Come on, let's get real here. But it just goes to show how cooked our society is because people will see their favorite celebrity or a bunch of random celebrities, famous people getting into cheating scandals and being exposed and things of that nature. And they internalize these examples and use these as examples to normalize cheating. And as a result, it makes them in fear that's going to happen to them. Very paranoid, or heck, normalizes to the point where they just think that everybody should cheat, which ruins the whole idea that love is a genuine thing. Guys, listen to this and listen to this very clearly. Number one, social media relationships do not reflect in real life. Number two, even if it's a case when you run into a situation where you get cheated on by a partner, do not sit there and cry forever. Don't cry over spilled milk. Yes, it's happened to you. But the best thing that could happen to you is finding out that someone that you thought you could trust is a cheater. Because think of it this way, if someone can cheat on you, they can do anything to you. Why would you not want to know if someone truly cares about you or not? I mean, that's the ultimate thing to know, you know? That's what I pray to God for, you know? So like, when we see these situations, right? Try not to make you scared of being in love, you know? These things happen, yes. But because it's always constantly in our face, we think this is the majority case. And it ain't the majority case, my dude, or women watching this. Love is still out there. Love is still healthy and love is still alive. We just got to do better at picking the right people. And we're going to get stung along the way, but that's the process. And we need to have more trust in love rather than fear. Because fear is what stops you from getting into beautiful relationships or building a beautiful family or being in a situation where you're just elevated because you found the right one. I don't want fear holding you guys back from being in love. These situations happen, as we can see, yeah. But every cheater gets exposed. You know, you're never not going to find out that someone's cheated on you. So don't fear these situations, you know. I think the ultimate thing that we can notice is that people who cheat, especially people who cheat on our marriages, always get the bad end of the stick. And for this CEO that probably thought he was invincible because he's the head of the company and he's a big shot, everything like that, look how just in an instant, just because of a simple footage, his life is now crumbling. He's losing his job. His reputation is going to affect his business relations with other partners and things of that nature. And HR lady, she has a bad image and things of that nature. It's all gone to badness, really, but it's no one's fault but his. And I'm glad that's the case. And I pray that more cheaters get exposed because cheating is probably one of the worst things someone can do to someone. And if you're an individual watching this, don't ever think that if someone cheats on you, it's a reflection on who you are. Yes, maybe you may have flaws and things that you need to improve on. However, if someone cheats on you, that's still cheating at the end of the day. Doesn't matter how they try to spin it. And trust in God that one day you'll get justice for that. Whether it be they get punished or you elevate so high in life that they can't even relate to you anymore. Just have faith that you're going to be okay. Love is beautiful. Love is alive. Don't be in fear and stand confident knowing that none of this shitty stuff is going to come near you. And if it does, it's for good reasons only. What do you guys think about this situation? Do you think the CEO deserved his punishment? I mean, I do, and I don't think anyone else disagrees. But what I would like to hear you guys' opinions, and I appreciate if you can like, comment, and share on the video. With that being said, God bless, take care, and I'll see you guys next video.